Hello friends, welcome to Chefs Together. Today we are going to make chicken tikka masala. This is going to be a very simple recipe given the fact that it's going to be extremely tasty and restaurant like, because we are going to use a very special ingredient in this recipe. You will be surprised to know that it is nothing but charcoal. You might be wondering how we are going to use it. Just wait and watch. So for this recipe I have taken 600 grams of chicken, which is cut into very small pieces. It is not boneless, but most of it are boneless pieces. So for the spices we have used 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1.5 teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of pepper powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder or zira powder, and salt as per your taste. And for the veggies we are using 2 large onions, which we are going to chop them into fine small pieces, and we are going to chop 2 large tomatoes as well. And for tempering we will be using 2 cloves and a small piece of cinnamon, along with half a teaspoon of sombe or fennel seeds. And with this we are using like a big maybe a teaspoon of this black stone. Okay, now they call this as kalpasi. So we will be using this for tempering. So along with this we are using 2 to 3 tablespoons of plain refined oil and half a teaspoon of sugar. So let's move on. Let's see how to make chicken tikka. Additionally, we are also going to use 1 tablespoon of chopped cashew nut and half a cup of thick milk, just for the consistency of it. If you are using whole cashews, I have used tiny bits here today. If you are using whole cashews, you can use around 6 to 7 cashews, or even you can skip it if you don't want it. But this usage of cashew nuts along with milk gives a nice thicker consistency to the gravy. We need to use a pinch of red food color as well. So let's move on. Let's see how to make chicken tikka masala using charcoal. So friends, we are ready to go. The kadai is hot and I am just adding 2.5 tablespoons of plain refined oil. Now once this is heated up, we will be adding the tempering ingredients, which are 2 cloves and a small piece of cinnamon. Just adding it to it, and then I'm adding a teaspoon of this crushed black stone flour, and then half a teaspoon of fennel seeds or sombe. So with that we are going to add the 2 chopped onions, and we are going to saute it well. Now this tikka masala is all about flavor, and it will completely depend on how well you saute these ingredients, because your gravy is going to be completely dependent on how we do this process. So keep sauteing it well, and if you think that it is taking a little longer for the onion to get sauteed, you can add a pinch or 2 of salt as well. So once this gets sauteed well, we will move on to the next step. So our onion is sauteed very well. Now you might have noticed that it has reduced in quantity as well. So now what we are going to do is we are going to move these ingredients aside, and in the middle we are going to add 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. So we are going to saute it well. Now why we do this adding it in the middle is because we want this also to be sauteed well only with plain oil, so that we don't get that raw flavor from ginger garlic. So our flame is in medium low now, just to ensure that it doesn't get charred. Now once it is done, now then you can mix everything well. Saute it just for 30 seconds or a minute, after which we will be adding the rest of the ingredients. Now the beauty of this recipe is that we are going to get that tandoori flavor into it. So the main magic ingredient will be the charcoal, which we will be using for smoking this recipe. So that is when you will get the actual flavor of chicken tikka masala. See, alternatively you can use, whenever you are making tandoori chicken, you can use cut pieces of tandoori chicken to make this gravy when you have leftovers. But then if you want to go for the gravy directly, then this is the perfect way out. You will be thrilled with the flavor that you get out of it. So now this is sauteed well. Now we are going to add the chopped tomatoes to this. So these are 2 chopped tomatoes. I have chopped them to fine small pieces because we want it to be sauteing well and giving you that nice thick gravy. So this will take some time. It might take a minute or 2 for sauteing very well, after which we will be adding the powders that we have already taken. So our onion and tomato along with ginger garlic paste is sauteed very well now. Now it's time to add the spices. So here we go. We have chili powder 1 teaspoon, coriander powder 1.5 teaspoon, and half a teaspoon of jeera powder, half a teaspoon of pepper powder along with salt. So I've just added everything in. We are going to nicely saute it. Ensure that at this stage your flame is very low, because as soon as you add the dry ingredients, it is likely to get charred or stick to your base. It's alright if you are using a non-stick pan, but when you are using a stainless steel or metal kadai like this, then you need to be really careful. So at this point you can even add the red kesari powder, and then we can toss in the chicken. So we are adding the chicken pieces now. Okay. Now we are going to serve it and slightly increase the flame now. Yes. Now you will have to saute it really well. Just ensure that all the masala is blended well with the chicken pieces, coating it well so that the flavor is rich in your chicken pieces. Now we will also add the red color powder. Okay, I'll add it a little. Blend it well, because this color is what gives you that restaurant feel. So you need not add much. It's enough if you add the amount that you normally add for making kesari or halwa or your delicacies. So saute it well for 5 more minutes, after which you can sprinkle a little water, cover it and cook it till it's done. So finally we'll be finishing this recipe by adding the cashew and milk paste. So we will be getting ready with the cashew and milk paste till the time it's cooked well. So now that we have sauteed well, we are going to add very little water to this, maybe a tablespoon. Give it a nice stir. Reduce the flame and allow it to cook. You can cover it with a lid so that it gets cooked faster. It's been 5 minutes now. Let's see what our chicken is doing. Yes, now It's cooking well. Still it is in a medium flame, and we had covered it with the lid as well. It is still not done. It's been 5 minutes now. It might take another 5 to 7 minutes. But did you notice that the gravy has become little watery now, because all the juices from the chicken is extracted. So you don't have to add any more water. Just keep in the simmering mode and cover it and allow it to cook for 5 more minutes. 7 minutes now, and just checking whether our chicken is done. It is almost done. You might notice that the gravy has also reduced, the water content has reduced. So just check whether it is done. Yes, we are able to easily cut through it. It's almost done. Another 5 minutes will be ready, and our chicken tikka will be ready to be served. So with this, at this stage, if you feel that you want your gravy to be little more light and watery, you can add a little more water. But I feel I'm planning to club it with rotis, so I think it's pretty good. So I'm not adding any water. If you feel that you want it light and thin, you can add. Now we are going to add half a teaspoon of sugar to this. So allowing it to cook for 30 seconds to 1 minute with sugar. We will add the milk and cashew paste that we have made. It's done. So here is my paste. It has half a cup of milk with 1 tablespoon of coarsely crushed cashew nuts. You can use 5 to 6 or maybe 7 cashews, along with half a cup of milk, and grind it well into a fine paste. So now again your gravy will thicken up, after which we will be ready to give it the smoke flavor, and we can serve it. So let it come to a boil. It might take a minute because it's already hot. You might notice that it has already started boiling, bubbling. So maybe we'll give it 1 more minute so that we don't get the raw aroma of that cashew nuts. The chicken is done. It's cooked completely, and the gravy has also reduced. So now it's the time to flavor it. So now what we are going to do is, we are going to switch it off and flavor it with the charcoal flavor. Now here is the trick. We are going to use our charcoal to flavor our chicken. So what we are going to do is, we are going to carefully place it over the stove and then light it. We'll be careful while handling the charcoal, because now it's kind of easier, but when you're removing it, you'll have to be really very careful. So arrange it well and light it. Our charcoal is lit and it's on fire now. Keep it on high. It might take 30 seconds to 1 minute. We don't want it to be really red hot, because we just need a little flavor and aroma from it. So it's enough if your edges or the corners of your charcoal are red hot. Once it is done, we will shift it into a container and see how we are going to flavor it. There we go, our charcoal is ready. So now what we are going to do is, we are going to turn the fire off. Do you see that hot fire? Now what we are going to do with the chicken is, we are going to move the chicken pieces aside. Our stove is already off and the chicken is completely cooked. Now we are going to place a stainless steel container inside this, so that our charcoal doesn't damage our container. Drop these pieces of charcoal inside and add a few drops of oil, maybe 1 or 2. Now we have placed our charcoal, and here's the magic. Just add a drop of oil and you'll see how much of smoke it is eliciting. So that is what we want. So quickly cover this with a larger dish, just ensuring that the smoke is not escaping, and leave it for 5 minutes. Now I'm going to just open this up and see. Okay, now it's time to remove this container and give it a nice stir. That's it. Actually the aroma would have reached the every single bit of your chicken, and it will be really flavorful. Now add a little chopped coriander to garnish, and it's ready to be served. You can serve it with rotis, fulkas, or even pulao. Here we go, our chicken tikka masala is ready. Very colorful, delicious and aromatic dish, and you can serve it with rotis or pulao. Try this smoke flavored, tandoori flavored chicken tikka masala at home, and subscribe to our channel Chefs Together, like and share. Thanks for watching.